First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Cousins on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Matthews has it right side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 300. The hunt. Andy. Black.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Let's go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Cousins to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to find Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Yellow. Reach in there. Yellow.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Lucky 50. Black.
They'll throw again. Cousins almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
300. The hunt. Ready. Zebra.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Yellow. Reach in there. Yellow.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Again, it's Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins rolling to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Black. Rhino.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Eli Harold in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins. And Diggs has it. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here come the Lions now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey, we got four.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
We got four.
8 yards there and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Wide. Two.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ready?
Mike's 50.
300. Yellow. Hey, flipper. Wide.
Mike 50.
Cousins now. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing, Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cook following the penalty. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Cousins now on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Ballard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mike 42, Mike.
Zebra.
Check.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Jumbo.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
2nd down, Cousins. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
On the ball, on the ball.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Stafford on third down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Linval Joseph in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Zebra.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Here's Cousins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Liz 50, here we go.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And a nice... And Detroit... Getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 30. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ballard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Lucky 50. Through. Black.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with...
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
go.
Check. Crunch.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Rhino.
Mike's 50.
Two. Hey, Steamer.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, tag 50 left.
87's getting the ball.
11.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yellow.
3rd and long for Cousins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there, a 22. They run with Pumphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jones. return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield Success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
21.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
10.
From the gun, Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Lucky 50.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, receiver.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
300.
Cousins here to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He hits Riddick underneath. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
All right, here we go, here we go. 21.
Back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got 4 down. Check.
Flex round, flex round.
He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
You got 4.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Gun.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He was looking for Matthews that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next